read you about, this is a column where they answer some of the real problems that we have today in marriage, okay? Now, I don't want you guys to take this lightly. I want to pretend like we are answering this woman's question, okay? Dear Jessica, that's the girl's name. My husband wakes me up in the middle of the night wanting sex. I struggle to fall back asleep afterwards and have told him so. I wake up very early for work each day, so the fact that he continues to awaken me troubles me because I am not getting adequate sleep. When I bring this up, he claims I wake him up and that he is trying to satisfy me. I feel like he's gaslighting me, but he continues to insist it is my doing. How do I help? Now, I want to first give you guys what this woman said to her. Now, we'll see. Do women give good relationship advice?
No.
Okay. Well, no, maybe. Hey, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, she's like, maybe
it's a waste of time.
All right. Look. It's possible your husband is lying to you about this to justify his habit of waking you for sex. And it's also possible you're experiencing some form of what is known as sex somnia. Get one of those little surveillance cameras that records the movements and has an
I was going to say that.
Not a bad shout.
I was going to say that.
It's not a bad shout.
I was going to say that.
I was just going to say, just do it.
Exactly. I wish I had that problem.
Only because the camera is only to do one thing, is to underline who is the actual culprit. Because she said that he said it's her, but she said it's him. So you get the camera out and you prove who did it.
Yeah, but why don't you just not complain and just do it? You're supposed to sleep with
she'll
your
be complaining if he doesn't get his nut and then sleeps with someone else.
What's gonna happen? So they get the camera and they're like, aha, he's doing it. Then what?
Yeah. Listen,
we're the same.
I want to give a proper shout out to our friend Allie, the Real Femme Sapien. She gave a really good book that I think a lot of women and men should read. It's The Proper Care and Feeding of Husbands by Dr. Lauren Schlesinger. Has anybody read that book?
No.
I think you're on commission or something. How many books have you mentioned?
I read a lot.
Yes, so do we.
So, that's a really good book for women to understand, like, what men really want. And Dr. Lauren Schlesinger, she does a really, really, really good job at it.
But maybe that wouldn't be an issue if she was being fulfilled each time.
Oh, it would have.
Something ain't working there.
Sexually fulfilled?
So she's being woken up and not, he's like, cheers. And she's like, what the hell? We just started. Maybe
she said that
that's
just keep
the
her
issue.
awake. Maybe she said it keeps her awake after. She never said that it was bad. She said that so maybe he's rossing it, and then
maybe
she's thinking, you know what, it's a good session. I can get back to sleep there because women do wake up once you've had sex.
I thought it was your duty to have sex with your husband. So I'm just
marriage is an exclusive sexual contract. If you deny your partner sex, like, who is he supposed to go get it from?
Yeah, but even in military, you're not always on duty. You're only on duty on a certain time. Like,
no, you're always on duty.
You're supposed to be on duty.
Listen,
like, say if you are the horse guard parade, you're only on duty while you stand there.
No.
If you start messing with...
So essentially, you get to be a wife when you feel like it?
No, what I'm trying to say is you always use this negative words and negative connotation. Like, for me, this is part, like...
What was negative about doing your duty?
Because for me,
it's
that's
like
not a duty. No. It's a pleasure.
Okay.
It's not a duty.
No, it is a duty.
I'm going to back her up.
Duty is a very different thing.
What if I wanted to find pleasure? What if I wanted to find pleasure with another woman?
Look.
Then you're weak.
You're always on duty.
So then you're on duty. So then you're on duty.
Wait. So he's weak for sleeping with another girl, but the girl's not. Wait. But the girl is not weak for not sleeping with her husband.
No.
Let's get real. Can I just?
I'm sorry, but I really need to put an end to this. Like, what should we do? We should do whatever we want. In the end of the day.
No, you shouldn't do whatever you want. That is complete. That's the selfish nature that's gonna get your ass alone and dying with a dog.
Did it get you recently? I hear. But listen, let me just go.
Did what get me?
But you're just saying, like, you bringing it all to me and like, shouldn't be doing.
Wait. What get me on what?
Let's just go back.
No. Back up your statement.
I'm not going to even go into this.
Okay, fair play.
But you brought it up.
I know
But
I
it's like
did,
he
but
didn't insult you.
No, I'm not insulting,
No,
but he's not letting me finish. I said to him,
you're insulting him personally when he didn't insult you.
I didn't mean to insult him.
Yeah.
That probably came out wrong. But you can't say that.
It's okay. I have this
can
effect on women on
I can go-
podcasts.
No,
I
it
have this
doesn't have any
effect on women.
on me, I'm afraid, But you can't go immediately use that. Oh, I'll go sleep with somebody. You have to respect that we are not machines. Women are not machines. It's a must.
No,
There is never.
I didn't say you're a machine.
But his point was that she said it's about pleasure, and so he's saying
Yeah.
if it's about pleasure,
That's
Yeah,
great.
I didn't. Listen, I didn't.
Being with my men.
I
It doesn't
didn't
matter
mention-
what time
no,
it is.
no, no,
I'm
no.
not on the clock or off the clock.
Let me add some
My man
context.
wants me,
Let
I
me
want
let me
him.
add some context.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Let me add some context to the statement that I made. I didn't say my wife was neglecting me sexually.
But you don't
Because
have
you
a wife. so-
just listen again. Allow me to finish my sentence
Sure.
and add some context to this theoretical this situation we're talking right now. I was saying, because you mentioned it was about pleasure. I said, so what if another woman were to offer me pleasure outside of the relationship?
But I mean, you always bring in other women. Let's bring in. Let's do it. But you might. Whose husband are you? You know?
Can I say something in her support? No,
I'm sorry. There's only one queen. Same way for me. There's only one king, and that
Yeah,
needs to be known.
For you, though,
I'm-
for
Hey,
Justin,
hey, hey,
personally.
but kings throughout history have always had concubines. If we're gonna go
Look,
that
I
route.
don't care who had what.
I'm just
I
gonna
am
use
the.
that analogy.
I am in like. I know my analogies seem to be funny for you, but my analogy they fit into what I am.
Well, it's
what
not.
my
The
frame.
analogy's not funny, but I mean, this is the Andrew Tate argument, isn't it? Where the wife is the head woman.
my
She is my queen. She is the
Yeah.
queen. Absolutely, but that doesn't mean that he won't necessarily, on occasion, entertain.
Which
you
is
know.
fine.
But my
He would never be my man. That's the only
But-
thing.
but
there's
so-
not. I don't need to give anyone advice in order
Can I just say something? If you really think that you're going to get a man,
what you're saying is like it's about my pleasure and it's all about me. Like
No,
both of
that's-
you.
that's not what I
stop.
said.
Wait,
That's
wait,
not what I
wait,
said.
wait. Yes, you just said it's
No.
about pleasure.
This is just
It's
twisting the
about
words.
Yeah,
It's about
you're just twisting
I'm
the
not
words.
No,
that.
if you are married, you can make all the comments in the world. If
Yeah.
you're not in a marriage, just assuming that's how it should be, I think
I'm
it's really
engaged. Can I
unfair.
talk?
The answer,
Wait,
the answer
wait.
to this is here. Yeah, the response to that scenario is this: they should just compromise. If it's an issue, if it's that much of an issue for her, then she
There
said,
you
"Look,
go.
don't wake me up in the middle of the night, but
Yeah.
I'll wake you up in the right way."
Yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't
That's
be
exactly
forced.
what I
It
mean.
shouldn't be
That,
forced.
that for
Simple.
me is pleasure.
I disagree. I really think sex is a duty. I think you're supposed to listen to your husband.
That's just medieval.
and wife
I might
too.
disagree with
Are
you,
you
pal.
married?
Wife too. Listen.
But see, this is what
no,
you
no.
guys do. It's
No,
like,
listen, you just
wait,
try-
but
yeah.
this is what you
She's
two
not
do.
married either.
Whenever you
It's
guys
not.
don't like a
Dude,
response,
I am the one that is
whenever
married
you,
here,
whenever
so
you, okay, if you're
happily
gonna
married.
overtalk me, you're gonna go. Stop.
Yeah, I'm
stop,
happy to go,
stop.
to be
okay,
honest.
goodbye.
Can I?
Go.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Oh my God.
I got to see it live.
Where's the cam? Where's
See,
the...
we have a camera guy.
Send a super chat right now so we give that kick out, Cam.
Whoa! What's happening?
Because the thing is, I'm engaged, so am I allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. It's like when women don't like, it's so feminine. It's like when women don't like what you have to say, they'll attack you personally. And she started to do it to you. She does it to me. But it's like, is what we're saying true or is it not true? That's the whole
No,
point.
but to bring the
The more a woman hates my message, the more I know I'm on the right path.
No, the thing where you took it away from reality because the original discussion was about being woken up in the middle of the night. Nobody can deal with sleep depravity very well.
I was
It's
woken
not-
up
you bring
last
it-
night by a
no, no,
woman
no.
who wanted to have sex
This
with me,
is-
and I didn't want to
this
have
is-
sex.
no, this is
but
a
I
consistent-
endured. I went
No,
through
no,
with it.
no,
I was enduring last night.
No.
I was
This is a-
literally enduring
this
last
is a-
night. I
this
didn't
is
want to
a-
deal with it.
It's a persistent complaint.
Because
If I
she's a
don't-
nice girl.
If I keep getting
If
woken
she-
up every night, I am not going to be with that person for very long. That's the reality of the conversation.
But what's John? So John, you're saying that you were with a woman last night and you didn't particularly feel like putting out, but for the team, you endured.
I didn't want her to make a hit piece on me online.
Do you know what? I think I can see it on both sides of the coin. I think if I've never been in a relationship where I've ever wanted sex and been refused it. It's just never happened. So I can't really relate. But I can imagine how frustrating it would be. I think but I also agree, if she's asleep and you're waiting for her to go to sleep, then waking up for sex, that can't be nice for over a long period of time. If it's a one-off here and there, yeah, you should do it. But I just think if you're waiting for her to go to sleep, I think they can be compromised. I think if you love her, and you respect her, you don't have to just think, oh well, that's when I want it. There is compromise. But also, if she's asleep and you need it, sometimes wake her up. Yeah, yo.
But I think my point is the mindset. It's not even about the action. It's like you're supposed to have a selfless mindset in marriage. It's not supposed to be about you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so it works both ways.
And that was my point when they were talking. It was always about them. It's about my pleasure.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Babe, don't confuse it. Don't confuse it, please. What I said about pleasure, don't confuse it. Please don't. I know it's easy to point fingers and say that's what you think, but let me just clarify it again. What I said about pleasure is...
And you also said I'm not on the clock 24/7, so that's me.
Yes,
that's
so I'm talking about duty. For me, duty is a negative connotation, whereas pleasure, my man's pleasure, for me is a positive connotation.
Marriage is a duty, though.
Just
duty above all.
Give me a chance to explain. So you say you're looking at the same coin from different, but one sounds a little bit uncomfortable, whereas the other one makes, it feels like I would always pleasure my man. I don't need to have a duty to pleasure my man.
No, what you're saying is it should always be
I'd rather
pleasure.
call it volunteering work.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Do you understand what I mean?
But
And those two sounds very different.
I get you, but if a burglar breaks into the house, it's not my pleasure to go and defend my family. It's my duty to go and defend my family.
Yes, but that's different. You're talking about burglar. I'm talking about my husband.
Fair enough.
It's not a burglar.
No, I think it's the same thing because he's talking about when he has to do something he doesn't want to do, and we're talking
but
about.
But it's different. This is a protective mode. You're protecting your family.
I'm protecting my marriage from giving it.
Yes, but it's
You're
different.
protecting your marriage from sleeping with your man when you don't want to, so he doesn't go and.
He's not even. Wait. He's not even protecting. He's not even protecting.
I'm not protecting. I'm actually sustaining my marriage by being with my man because we just love do whatever we want to do.
But what Ty said is even more. If you want to rank it, right? When someone's burglaring your house, he's risking the ultimate asset, his life, to protect your life.
Yeah, but we were talking about someone waking you up in the middle of the night to have some fun times, and then all of a sudden you ended up in a place where someone is coming to attack us.
Talking about
it's still duty.
You said marriage is pleasure,
duty.
But this is what I'm saying is, for me, I would rather have I understand what you mean, and it's duty in a sense, but to see your whole marriage as a woman or as a man as a duty, I understand why people don't want to get married.
I don't think that you should have sex. Sex every night.
How would you react if he said no to sex for you?
I mean, I would respect it, but he cannot say no to me too often.
That's tough.
You can't make this shit up.
All right, you're gonna go. Go home. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here.
This shit up. You cannot make it up.
Listen, why is this happening across the globe? Why is this happening on the Whatever podcast? Why is this happening on Fresh and Fit? And why is it happening on the pregame? What the fuck is going on here?
Come on, guys, but I also wanted to make a joke that lights it all up.
Why? I've been on all three of these shows on three different corners of the earth. Why is it?